One of the things you did in the first minute was get a rebound, get a steal, and you did a lot of other things. Do you find that when you do those other things, the scoring tends to come a little easier?
Yes, I actually talked to Coach about that. Just doing things on the defensive end and just getting my energy up from the jump helps me offensively. So, yes.
Why do you think that happens?
It's just being aggressive on both ends of the floor. That gets me going. And I saw that last year, but I'm trying to be more consistent with it. So you'll see that more.
Thank you.
Paige.
Sorry, Doug, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. It's fine.
I just wanted to follow up with that, Christyn. This is Charlie Kraft from The Athletic. How you said you're going to try and do that a little bit more. How are you trying to do that, or actively kind of keeping that mindset?
Well, just from the jump, being aggressive, and it starts in practice. So, yeah, just the emphasis on defense rather than emphasis on offense. If that makes sense.
Thank you.
Hey, Paige, it's Doug with Hearst. Two things. Gino said they kind of made it more of a concerted effort to get the ball in your hands in the second half. I was just curious, what was different about that? And if you could also just go through that play at the end of the third quarter where you went coast to coast and hit the bank shot. So what was your, going through your head during that play?
Well, just in the second half, we wanted to get back into what we were doing, like the first 5 minutes of the game, which was getting transition buckets. And that starts with me pushing the ball. So I think that was just the major emphasis coming into the second half. And then at the end, what was that, the third quarter? I was just trying to make a play with 5 seconds left. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Hi, Christyn. This is Alexa Philby from The Current. If the first few minutes of the game, you came out, you scored the first 5 points. Was that kind of aggression and just being more involved and hitting those shots, was that kind of a product of what you were talking about before with just being aggressive from the forefront and getting involved too early and often?
Yeah, Coach has been on me about being aggressive. So that was my mentality coming out. So, yeah, started on the defensive end. I got an offensive rebound, so that got me going, and it brought energy to the team. So,
I know you guys don't have a lot to base this on. You've never played a Big East game before, but I'm sure you've heard a lot about the Big East and what it was like. Did it feel any different? Christyn, we'll start with you on that. I mean, you played enough American Conference games. Is it a different feel at all?
I don't really know how to answer that because, like I said, like you said, I've never played in the Big East. But, I mean, compared to American Conference, I mean, they were a lot more aggressive. And they played to the end. Excuse me. They played to the end. We played them last year, and they were the same way. So we kind of expected it.
Paige, I don't know many freshmen who come in and start by shooting 19 out of 25 in their first couple games. Is your start to UConn career off to a better start than you thought it would be?
I mean, I don't know. I've just tried to come out and play my game and done everything my teammates have asked me to do, my coaches asked me to do. And if that's scoring, if that's passing, if that's making plays, I think it's big for me just not trying to force anything and not taking bad shots, which is, I think, why my numbers are good because I try not to force things. I try to get everybody involved. So I think just doing what my teammates need me to do, what my coaches asked me to do has been like focus, and that's just what I try to do, I guess. You
have a lot of experience at different levels, but you hear a lot of times that when you make the next jump to the next level, that the game is a little faster. Does the game seem faster to you, or is it moving in slow motion?
No, it's fast. That's what I would say has changed a lot from high school is the pace, just how fast we play, and especially tonight. Seton Hall tried to play really fast, and we try to play really fast. So just that up-tempo game, I think, is different than high school, and the court's longer, so I got to run farther and run longer, and games are longer. So it's just a lot of running and a lot of up-tempo game of basketball.
You're young. You'll be okay.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Hey, it's Carl Adamek at the Journal-Inquirer. Looking ahead to Thursday with Creighton. Creighton does have 4 players from Minnesota on its roster. Are you familiar with them from any of your high school days?
Yeah, I played with Mallory Brake in AAU, so I know her on the Creighton team.
Paige, this is Charlotte again from The Athletic. To follow up on that speed, how did it feel? It kind of looked like it was really affecting you guys as a team in the second quarter, towards the end there, just kind of getting that pressure on you guys and having to adjust to that for the first time.
Yeah, that's like the first time we've been pressed all year. So just slowing down and not playing too fast. I think they sped us up a little bit in the second quarter, and that's when we started forcing things and not moving the ball as much, and we took quicker shots into the shot clock. So in the second half, just slowing down and making sure we got the right shots and the right passes and the right screens, and just making sure we got easier shots on offense. That was key for us.
Christyn, do you find something gets you going more often than not in a game, like, a basket, obviously, or something? Is there something that like kind of kickstarts you and gets your aggressive energy flowing earlier than say later?
Coach got on me today in shoot around. That is what got me going. I never want Coach on me, so I'm just trying to listen to everything he's saying and do it.
Was he super cranky to you or what?
Yeah, he's just on me. Like, I'm a junior. Like, I can't be doing the same stuff I was doing freshman and sophomore year. Like, something has to change. And I agree with him. So I had to be more consistent, and I had to come out with that aggression every game.
Thanks for the time.
Sean Pagano with Fox 61. Gino said today that you and Nika could get a foul at warm-ups. And so he was a little perturbed about, a couple of fouls early for you to put you on the bench. As many of the good things that you do, is there a fine line for you to play aggressive and to do what you do, but also to pull back a little bit, knowing you don't want to be sitting next to him?
Yeah, we've already had that conversation like 5 minutes after the game of how stupid my fouls were. I have really long arms, and if I just stay them high and just contest with my arms up instead of smacking down, I think that will solve the problem of fouling. But yeah, I would say that was the biggest thing for me this game that I wanted to work on, was just staying out of foul trouble.
We have time for a couple more.
Christyn, Paige, Megan Caffrey from the Big East Conference. I know we're just 2 games in, but how would you guys describe how this team is coming together as a unit right now?
I think we're doing really well for our first 2 games. I know we're just all excited to finally be playing. I mean, it's been forever. But, of course, we have a lot of new guys, and we have a lot to learn still. But I think we're handling everything well.
We haven't had a chance to see you guys much, so it's been nice to see you guys on the floor and play the last couple of games. Can you guys just describe, what it's like being out there with Aaliyah, whether, as a teammate, but can you imagine being an opponent and maybe standing in a lane trying to take a charge from her or something? She gets ahead of the steam. I wouldn't want to be in the way.
Yeah, I'm moving smooth out the way.
Yeah, she's the strongest person I know. Like, she comes into the game, rips off her mask, and breaks. She's checking in, and she's just, it's just intensity to everything that she does. And she's very sweaty, so I don't want to guard her with that either. But no, she's really strong, and I'm just really glad to have her on our team.
Yeah, I'm glad she's on our team, not the other team.
Gino talked about the difference Olivia and she bring. Just talk about them as 2 bigs, like, how maybe they can complement each other, moving forward down the road in some really big games.
Yeah, I think they complement each other well. I mean, both of them could pop out and shoot it, and they're both strong. So we can get the ball to either one of them. So, yeah, I think that's great to have.